Happy morning, Gideon and
Morning,
everyone.
morning, Joyce.
Today we have a very cute little fantastic book that I would love to recommend to you is Together is Better. This is a very special book. Why? Because you will see more illustration than words. You'll see pictures, in the book rather than you'll see a lot of words. And this book, Together is Better, is written by Simon Sinek. So, Simon, if you still remember, the first episode that we do in this book date session is written by him as well. The name of the book is called Start with Why. So this book, and I want to tell you is the world number one, is the world first book that is scented with the smell of optimism. So if you notice, if you go and buy the book, you will see that there's one page in the book. This is the page that in the book that is scented with the smell of optimism. Means that when you run through the sentence with a book like this, you will smell the smell of optimism. So why? The reason is Simon, he is an optimist. So he believed so much in creating the world, which is a better place. So together is definitely better for him. So at the end of today's session, we're going to share with you a song. The song same title, Together is Better. So let me share with you the slide. Okay, this is the slide that you will see right now. So I think Gideon want to share with you some key concepts that from the book. Let's go.
Yeah, thanks, Joyce. So this book is about the story of three little heroes, I would say heroes, and they have the visions that they want to go out from their playground to find their utopia, their new playground. And during the journey, they have a lot of obstacles, and they have to conquer the obstacle, and they finally found the so-called utopia. And the great thing is about after they find it, they come back to their old playground and teach them about it. So a vision. So I think Simon liked this illustration the most because it's like the wall that you are facing. When you have a vision, you have a dream, I think the first thing people will come to them is, oh, I have a lot of challenges. I have a lot of blockage. So this is like what you are facing when you have a vision. So a vision is like a dream. It will disappear unless we do something with it. Do something big or do something small, but stop wandering and go on the adventures. So do anything, it's small steps, you will go on and you will reach your dreams.
So good.
Next one.
Yeah, this one. This is the next slide.
So this is if you look at the illustration, so this is the playground. So the playground actually is a metaphor of the company that or organizations that you are working on. And if you look at the middle of the illustration, there is a person with a crown, right? The crown is the king in this playground. So the king is the metaphor of the boss, and the boss in this playground is always bullying the kids in the playground. So that's why the three little heroes in this story want to go out of this playground and find their new utopia. So we quote this book. So you can start a revolution when we know what we stand against. To create change that lasts, however, we need to know what we stand for. So I think a lot of people, you live your life by accidents or by flow. You live it as it happened. We don't care what happened, you just let it happen. But you have to think about it. You can only live with fulfillments when we live our life on purpose. Yeah. So when you work on something that you don't like every day, it's called stress. If you work on something that you like, you love, it's called passion.
Oh yeah, from the book. The last cover of the book this is the sentence there, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So it's so true. Sometimes we got to live our life with I'm sorry. Just make sure you have a meaningful life. Figure out how to have a meaningful life.
Okay.
Okay, let me continue. I'm shocked because of. All right, let me continue with this. Not me. I think
Yeah.
student
So
side.
so yes. So
Okay.
this is my favorite quote actually. So the king inside these stories, the leaders, they always bullying the kids, the subordinate, the staff. So this is my favorite quote. So think about it. Leadership is not being in charge. Okay. Leadership is about taking care of those in your charge. So think about it. Leadership is not rank or positions. Leadership is rather what service that you can give to the people that is in your charge.
Yeah.
And leadership is not easy to do. So that's why we must think about it. If you want to be a good leader, your responsibility is to take charge of them. Yeah.
So true. We have both of us love this slide so much. So thinking that who should be the one that talk about this? At first I
Thank you.
want to talk. Then I didn't. I love this slide so much. I want to talk about it. I said, okay, you win. All right, that's how important about leadership. Let me talk about this. Also, this is also one of my love quote. The idea is so fantastic. Stop talking about it and just do it. You know, no matter how fantastic your idea is, no matter how awesome your idea is, no matter how amazing your idea is, if you never take action to turn your idea into a reality, nothing will happen. Period. Full stop. A lot of people just like this illustration. This friend, this guy is trying to think whether he actually get out from this playground to go to another world. Then he is thinking, dreaming, and talking about it without starting to do it. So a lot of us in this world, I see that a lot of people, they start to know they have fantastic idea. I tell you, when you listen to them, they have fantastic idea. So, but the thing is, a lot of people get stuck because they don't take action. It's as simple as that. If Gideon, you still remember when we start to have this book date session with you, kind of idea. Is it
Much.
somewhere March? No,
Yeah.
I think it's somewhere around May. Is it?
Oh man.
Somewhere around May already. It is not much.
Oh, we
So
have the idea in March that we have to plan.
yeah, then I don't think it's much like he didn't.
Yeah, May.
I okay,
Okay.
let's fight back. Okay, we
Okay.
can fight about this here. But the thing is, I remember we bring the idea into reality just in 2 weeks. 2 weeks time.
Yeah.
All right. We have this idea. And we think that we want to share this idea out, share with more people to read books. So we said, okay, let's do this. So we already put into action. If not, this has been the episode number 15. We have been doing this for 15 weeks nonstop. So Gideon said, do you think that take 1 week off? So no, I don't have the plan because we feel like so passionate to share with you this. So we got to just do it. Talking, dreaming, planning won't let you do the reality. You have to take action. So stop about this already. I know I will be over talking about the taking action part. So this is another slide. Love it so much. We achieve more when we chase the dream instead of competition. So many people love to compete with other people. Love to compete means they will compete with other people in a sense of uh, who is doing better. I give you an example. Last time I'm a salesperson. So I don't like to compete with my colleagues who run the same product as me, who sell the same product. Because when I compete with him or her, I will end up only do a little bit better than him or her. If I do myself the best, I can actually achieve way further than that. If I only can hit 100% sales target, so if I don't compete with him or her, I actually can hit 110%. So that's the reason why I want to tell you, stop compete with other people, but instead chase your own goals, compete with your own self, do your best. You'll become better and better every day. Okay, so that's the two things. This thing I'll pass to Gideon.
So this is the process of their journey. So they met a lot of challenges. And one of the quote here is that when, don't pretend that we can do things alone. If you need help, you must say it out. No, you will be surprised if you ask for help. People are more than willing to help you. So when we say out loud what we don't know, it increases the likelihood that someone who does know will offer help. So doing together is always better.
That's why both of us doing this session together.
Yeah.
We complement each other, weakness, because sometimes I may not be the good person to do the PDF or the PowerPoint slide, then he didn't help out, or writing, that's great cooperation. Together is definitely better. Okay, so next will be this.
So this is during the journey, we will hear a lot of feedback. People will give you their opinions, their perspective. So this is teaching you how to accept all this. So when we are close to ideas, when you're closing yourself out, what we hear is criticism. So when we are open to criticism, what we get is advice. So I know this is quite difficult, because when you hear something that you don't like to hear, or it's different from what you think, people tend to be defensive first. They want to defend their positions because they think that they lose face, or it shows that they are not as good as they think they are. So we must get rid of this. So what we want to do is get this, advice. I always think that this advice is a gift. You can accept it or you can put it aside, but you don't have to, critique it or reject it. So you can put it aside if it's you can't do it at the moment. So try to treat every advice as a gift and improve on it. I think if anyone want to give you advice, meaning that they take care to take note of this, and they take their time to advise you.
Yes, that's why we appreciate too. If you have any feedback about this session, yes, welcome to share with us your thoughts so that we can make this session better and improve from here. Yeah. So next will be this. Yeah. Woo. You see from this illustration, the three friends actually meet up with the wolves, which is the struggle. Our struggles are the short-term steps that we must take on our journey to long-term success. Yes, before you reach to your destination, your success in a long-term way, yes, we will going to face out with a lot of struggles, obstacle, problems along the journey. This wolf shows this is the struggle. This is the obstacle that you got to go through. Yes, I know you know about this. A lot of people know about this. The question is, do you willingly to sacrifice the short-term enjoyment, the short-term entertainment, and hit on to go for the struggle that will bring you the long-term success? Yes, that's a question. So a lot of people choose not to because they feel like they can't just let go for the temporary entertainment. They can't let go on the temporary enjoyment that they love so much. And definitely struggles is a process. It's a process that you see yourself learning every single day, progressing every single day. Even though you make mistakes, you fail, you get the rejections, it's still you see yourself improve every single day. That really brings so much of fulfillment. And at the end of this, and at the end of the journey, you experience the long-term success that you want. Okay, next is this one. Yeah, the three friends hug together in this illustration. You see that? The value of our lives is not determined by what we do for ourselves. The value of our lives is determined by what we do for others. Sometimes, a lot of time, I would not say sometimes, that a lot of times you feel the joy, the happiness in yourself is the time that you see other people grow. You see other people become a better person. You see that how much when you give them some help, then they transform to another, a better person. And that's the contribution part that bring you see the happiness. If you were to ask me, hello, Joyce, you see that I want to change a lot of people's lives. I would say that why not we change one life at a time? We change one thing at a time. We change a life. You know, sometimes we can't, if you can't even change one person's life, stop dreaming about change a million people's life. We're starting from one person. That one person matters. That's what I do. You know, when I do coaching, I think didn't you know that I do a lot of coaching, one-to-one, one-on-one coaching. That is the time we deal with a person, one person at a time. So that's what I want to share with this in this slide. Yeah, this is the slide. Oh, I'm gonna continue this. Okay, the mind can be convinced, but the heart must be warned. Yes, so important. So much of the time that people, what I would say that we want to build the trust relationship. Only then, when people trust you, your words will become their advice. So people love to follow leaders that care about them. We want to follow those leaders. You know, we want to have the leaders that care for us. We want to have the leaders that care for what we want, what we really want in our life. We also want the leaders who will look out for us no matter what happens. That's why you see this illustration that the friend actually hand the crown to another friend. Because as a leader, you don't want yourself to be the star. As a leader, you want those people around you to rise up as a star. So as a leader, we want to surround ourselves with a lot of stars. So everybody can rise together. So definitely together is better. So yes, and now I'll pass this last slide to Gideon. Hi, Gideon, you want to?
Yeah, so there's a connection. That's no
Yeah,
problem. Yeah, if you enjoy the illustration so much, I encourage you actually to buy the books because Simon want this book to be so human. So this book can only be, you can only bought the book, physical book only. There's no ebook. And all the handwriting is by Simon himself. And the illustration is by someone that he hired. And also the song later we'll show you is someone that he asked to sing the song. So I just want you to leave you with one work. If you want to go fast, you can go alone. Of course, you can do things alone, but why should we want to do things alone? If you want to go far, go together. So together is better.